Caroline slammed the door to her room, the echo reverberating through the quiet suburban house in suburban Chicago, her heart pounding like a war drum. She had just overheard Catherine, her stepsister, laughing with friends on the phone, declaring with unwavering certainty, "I'm straight as an arrow, guys only, no exceptions." But that very night, under the dim glow of the hallway light, Catherine slipped into Caroline's bed, her breath warm against Caroline's neck, whispering, "I can't fight this anymore," and everything shattered like fragile glass. Caroline lay there, frozen, her mind racing through a whirlwind of confusion and forbidden desire. How had they gotten here? It started innocently enough, 6 months ago when their parents married in a whirlwind ceremony that merged two fractured families into one awkward unit. Caroline, fresh out of college at 22, had moved back home to figure out her life, while Catherine, 24 and already climbing the corporate ladder in marketing, seemed to have it all together. But from the first shared dinner, there was an undercurrent, a spark that Caroline dismissed as sisterly bonding. Now, with Catherine's body pressed close, that spark ignited into something undeniable, terrifying. In the silence, Caroline's thoughts screamed, "This can't be real. She's my stepsister. What would Mom say? What would the world say?" She remembered the family gatherings, the judgmental aunts whispering about those people in the news, the ones fighting for rights that seemed so abstract until now. Caroline had always known she was attracted to women, but she buried it deep, dating boys in high school to fit in, to avoid the stares and the sermons from her conservative father before he passed. Now here was Catherine, the epitome of straight-laced perfection, crossing lines that could ruin them both. Catherine pulled back slightly, her eyes searching Caroline's in the dark. "Say something," she murmured, her voice trembling. Caroline's throat tightened. "If I push her away, I lose this chance. If I don't, I lose everything else." The weight of the decision crushed her. She thought of their shared bathroom fights, the late-night talks about dreams and fears, how Catherine's laugh made her stomach flip in ways it shouldn't. "This is wrong," Caroline finally whispered, but her hand betrayed her, reaching up to touch Catherine's cheek. The next morning, the house buzzed with normalcy, but the air felt thick with unspoken secrets. Their parents, oblivious, chatted over coffee about weekend plans. Caroline avoided Catherine's gaze across the table, her mind replaying the kiss that followed the whisper, a tentative, electric connection that left her breathless. Was it a mistake? Or the start of something real? Work called. Caroline headed to her part-time job at the local bookstore, stacking shelves while her thoughts unraveled. She pictured the societal backlash, friends turning away, family fracturing again. Her stepmother, Catherine's mom, was devoutly religious, quoting Bible verses at every holiday meal. The thought of disappointing her twisted Caroline's gut. By afternoon, doubt crept in like fog. Catherine texted, "We need to talk." Caroline's fingers hovered over the reply. What if she regrets it? What if I do? She recalled her own coming out to a close friend in college, the relief mixed with fear. But this was different. Family ties complicated everything. At home that evening, they collided in the kitchen, alone for a moment. "Last night was intense," Catherine said, her cheeks flushing. Caroline nodded, words failing her. "She's pulling back already." "I knew it." But Catherine stepped closer. "I meant it, Caro. I've been denying this for years." The confession hit like a punch. Catherine admitted to crushes on girls in high school, suppressed under pressure from her conservative upbringing. "Dad would disown me," she said, referring to their now shared father figure. Caroline's heart ached. She knew that pain. They agreed to keep it secret, but the thrill mixed with terror. That night, they talked in whispers on the porch, hands brushing accidentally, or not. Caroline's inner voice warned, "This path leads to heartbreak. But how can I turn away now?" Days blurred into a tense routine. Stolen glances at breakfast, secret texts during work hours. Caroline's job became a refuge, surrounded by books that echoed her turmoil. Stories of forbidden love, societal chains. One evening, a family dinner turned awkward when their stepmother announced a church event. "We should all go together," she beamed. Catherine's eyes met Caroline's, panic flashing. "If we slip up, it's over." Caroline excused herself early, retreating to her room where thoughts swirled. Is love worth the risk? Or am I just selfish? The first crack appeared when Catherine's ex-boyfriend, Mark, showed up unannounced. He was charming, the kind of guy families approved of. Watching them talk in the living room, Caroline felt jealousy burn. She's not really mine. She could choose him. Later, Catherine reassured her. He's history. But doubt lingered. Caroline's mind raced. What if this is just a phase for her? What if I'm the experiment? The internal conflict gnawed at her, sleep evading as she weighed loyalty to family against her heart's pull. As the week ended, a small betrayal surfaced. Catherine canceled their secret plans to meet a friend who was going through something. Caroline overheard the call, laughing casual. Is she hiding me or ashamed? The hurt festered. That night, alone in bed, Caroline cried silently. I've opened myself up for this pain. Was it worth it? The story was just beginning, but the price already felt steep. The tension escalated like a storm brewing on the horizon. Caroline confronted Catherine the next morning in the garage, away from prying ears. You blew me off for a friend? What's really going on? Her voice cracked, betrayal sharp in her chest. Catherine sighed, running a hand through her hair. It wasn't like that. Sarah needed me. She's dealing with her own stuff. But Caroline's mind screamed otherwise. Excuses. She's scared, and I'm the one paying for it. They argued in hushed tones, the air thick with unspoken fears. Catherine admitted the pressure. What if someone finds out? My job, my friends. They expect the perfect straight girl. Caroline felt a stab of empathy mixed with anger. She's not ready. But am I? Their parents' marriage had been a band-aid over old wounds. Caroline's mom sought stability after widowhood, while Catherine's dad provided it. Now this secret threatened to rip it apart. Work that day was a blur for Caroline. A customer asked for romance novels, and she recommended ones with happy endings. Envy twisting inside. Will we ever have that? Back home, Catherine waited in her room. I'm sorry, she said, pulling Caroline into a hug. The warmth melted some resolve, but the doubt persisted. They spent the evening talking, dissecting their feelings. Catherine revealed her internal battle. I've always played the role, good daughter, straight A student, boyfriend material. But with you it's different. Real. The next hurdle came at a family barbecue. Relatives swarmed the backyard. Uncles joking about finding nice boys for the girls. Caroline forced a smile, her hand itching to hold Catherine's. Inside, turmoil raged. They'd call us sinners. Freaks. Catherine laughed along, but her eyes darted to Caroline, apologetic. Later, alone in the basement, Catherine whispered, I hate pretending. Caroline nodded but thought, then stop. But I can't force her. A turning point hit when Caroline's best friend, Lisa, sent something off during a coffee meetup. You seem distracted. Guy trouble. Caroline hesitated, then lied. Just family stuff. The deception weighed heavy. If I can't tell my closest friend, what does that say about us? That night she pushed Catherine. We need to decide, are we doing this or not? Catherine's eyes filled with tears. I want to, but the risks. The argument escalated. Catherine stormed out, leaving Caroline reeling. I've pushed too hard. Now she'll run. Hours later, Catherine returned, apologetic. They reconciled with quiet promises, but the fracture lines showed. Caroline's thoughts darkened. Love shouldn't feel like a battlefield. But here we are, fighting every step. Society's shadow loomed larger. News reports of anti-LGBT bills in other states fueled paranoia. Catherine obsessed over them, pacing at night. What if it happens here? Caroline tried reassurance but inwardly agreed. We're not safe. Not really. A work event for Catherine brought more strain. Colleagues flirting. Assuming heteronormativity. She texted Caroline. Miss you. But the jealousy flared again. Then came the betrayal that cut deep. Caroline found Catherine's old journal, tucked away while cleaning. Entries from college. Crushes on girls dismissed as phases. One line haunted. I can't be like that. It's wrong. Caroline confronted her that evening. You wrote this. Do you still believe it? Catherine paled. That was before you. But the words lingered, eroding trust. The fight was brutal. Accusations flew. You're ashamed of me. You're pressuring me. They parted angry, sleeping in separate rooms. Caroline's mind whirled. Is this the end? Have I lost her before we even began? Morning brought uneasy truce, but the damage was done. They tiptoed around each other, the spark dimmed by fear. A glimmer of hope appeared at a local pride event Caroline attended secretly. Seeing couples openly affectionate stirred longing. We could have that if we fight for it. She shared photos with Catherine, who responded hesitantly. Looks fun. But progress was slow. Family dinner that week turned tense when politics arose. Their stepmother ranted about traditional values. Caroline bit her tongue, but inside, she's talking about us. The chapter closed with a risky decision. Catherine suggested a weekend getaway, just them, to figure us out. Caroline agreed, heart racing. This could make or break us. As they packed, thoughts collided. Sacrifice, love, society. The road ahead promised more storms. The getaway to a quiet cabin in Wisconsin felt like a lifeline. But tension simmered beneath the surface. Driving there, Caroline gripped the wheel, her mind a storm of what-ifs. What if we get caught? What if this solidifies everything or destroys it? Catherine stared out the window, silent at first, then confessed, I'm terrified, Caro. Of losing you, of losing myself. The vulnerability cracked Caroline's defenses. At the cabin, they unpacked in awkward silence, the rustic charm doing little to ease the weight. That night, over wine by the fire, truths poured out. Catherine spoke of her father's expectations. He wants grandkids, the white picket fence. If he knew. Caroline shared her own scars. Her late father's disapproval of anything deviant. We've both been molded by this. Breaking free means breaking them. Intimacy grew, not physical but emotional, in shared stories and tears. Caroline thought, this is what love should be, raw, honest. But reality intruded via a phone call from home. Their parents worried about the girls' trip. Catherine lied smoothly. Just bonding. The deception soured the moment. How long can we live like this? Hiking the next day, they argued again. Caroline pushed for openness. We can't hide forever. Catherine snapped. Easy for you, you're out to yourself. I'm not. The word stung. She's right. I'm asking too much. They reconciled at a scenic overlook. Hands entwined, but the divide lingered. Back home, the facade cracked further. A cousin's wedding invitation arrived, demanding plus ones. Catherine joked about bringing Mark. Her ex. Caroline's jealousy exploded. Is that what you want? Safety and pretense. The fight escalated, doors slamming. Alone, Caroline wept. I'm fighting for us, but is she? Reconciliation came with a price. Catherine admitted, flirting with denial. Sometimes I wish I could go back. Caroline's heart shattered. She'd choose normalcy over me. But Catherine clarified. No, I wish it was easier. They vowed to try, but trust frayed. Societal pressure mounted. At work, Catherine overheard homophobic jokes, freezing her. She confided in Caroline. It hits different now. Caroline nodded, recalling her own experiences. We're in this together, or are we? A major blow came when Caroline's mom sensed the shift. You two seem close. The probing question hung. Caroline deflected, but panic rose. She's onto us. That night, Catherine suggested slowing down. For safety. Caroline agreed outwardly, but inwardly rebelled. This isn't living. It's surviving. The turning point was a heated family discussion on current events. Their stepfather praised family values bills. Catherine stayed silent. Caroline couldn't. What about love? She challenged. The room tensed. Later, Catherine accused. You risked us. Caroline retorted. Hiding is killing us. The argument revealed deep rifts. Catherine's fear won. I need space. Caroline felt abandoned. After all this, she chooses fear? Days passed in cold silence, each nursing wounds. Hope flickered when Catherine attended a support group secretly. She shared. It helped. Caroline's relief mixed with resentment. Why not with me? They talked, bridges mending slowly. But betrayal struck again. Caroline discovered Catherine had confided in Mark. He understands, Catherine said. Caroline exploded. More than me. The trust shattered. She's turning to him. It's over. Caroline stood at the door, bag in hand, her resolve cracking under Catherine's tearful gaze. If you walk out, that's it, Catherine whispered. The words pierced. Am I really ready to lose her? She dropped the bag, collapsing into Catherine's arms. The embrace was desperate, a temporary salve on festering wounds. They spent the night talking, dissecting the Mark incident. Catherine explained. He was safe straight, no judgment. Caroline's anger softened to understanding. She's trapped in her own prison. But the hurt remained. No more secrets, Caroline demanded. Catherine agreed, but doubt whispered. Can she keep it? Family dynamics shifted subtly. Their parents planned a vacation, insisting on togetherness. Caroline dreaded it. One slip and it's apocalypse. During prep, tensions rose. Catherine snapped at trivial things, her stress palpable. Caroline thought, she's unraveling. We both are. The vacation in Florida was a powder keg. Beach days masked inner turmoil. Relatives questioned their single status. No boyfriends. Catherine laughed it off. Caroline seethed inwardly. If only they knew. A night out with cousins led to a bar where a woman flirted with Caroline. Catherine's jealousy flared later. You enjoyed that. The accusation sparked a fight in their shared room. You're projecting. Caroline shot back. Reconciliation under moonlight walks, but the cycle exhausted. Love shouldn't be this hard. Back home, reality hit harder. Catherine's boss made a passing anti-gay remark. She quit impulsively. I couldn't stay silent, she told Caroline. Pride swelled, but fear too. She's sacrificing for us? Or herself? The awakening spread. Catherine came out to a trusted friend, testing waters. The positive response emboldened her. Caroline watched, hopeful. Maybe change is possible. But backlash came from unexpected quarters. A family friend gossiped, rumors swirling. Their stepmother confronted. Is there something I should know? The denial was swift, but the seed planted. Caroline's mind raced. Exposure is imminent. What now? They planned escape routes, moving out, starting fresh. But ties bound them. A moral quandary arose when Catherine's dad fell ill. Hospital visits amplified guilt. He needs us normal, Catherine fretted. Caroline argued. We are normal. The conflict tore at her. Family duty versus self-truth. Betrayal resurfaced. Caroline learned Catherine had considered therapy to fix herself. It was a low moment, Catherine admitted. Caroline felt gutted. She sees us as broken? The fight was epic, words like daggers. Healing began with therapy together, secret sessions exploring identities. Insights flowed. Suppressed desires, societal conditioning. Caroline reflected. We've paid dearly, but growth comes. High drama peaked at a family gathering. An uncle's homophobic rant pushed Catherine over. That's not okay, she declared. Silence fell. Caroline's heart soared. She's fighting back. The aftermath was chaos. Questions, accusations. Their parents demanded truth. Catherine faltered. Caroline stepped up. We're together. The shockwave hit. Disownment threats loomed. Catherine wavered. Maybe we end it. Caroline's resolve hardened. No more hiding. The choice was hers now. The revelation hung in the air like smoke after a fire. Their stepmother's face paled, her voice a whisper. How long? Catherine stammered. Months. Caroline held her hand, defiant. This is our truth. The room erupted, tears, shouts, Bible quotes. Their stepfather stormed out, muttering about disgrace. In the fallout, isolation set in. Calls went unanswered. Family ties severed. Caroline's job suffered from distraction. Catherine job hunted amid prejudice. We've lost so much. Was it worth it? Nights were filled with doubt. Did we choose wrong? Support emerged from unlikely places. Lisa, Caroline's friend, offered a couch. Love is love, she said. Catherine's support group became a lifeline. Slowly they rebuilt, new apartment, new routines. But scars remained. Catherine's guilt over her dad's health weighed heavy. Did we cause this? Caroline reassured. No, bigotry did. Internal conflicts persisted. Moral debates on family loyalty versus authenticity. A final confrontation with parents. Tearful pleas, ultimatums. Choose us or her. Catherine chose Caroline, but the pain etched deep. The price of freedom is steep. Awakening fully, they advocated quietly, volunteering at LGBT centers. Growth amid adversity. Caroline thought, we've transformed through fire. The story climaxed with a quiet commitment. In a park they exchanged promises. Through everything. No rings, just resolve. Yet questions lingered. Society's judgment, internal doubts. They thrive, but at what cost? Was their love a righteous rebellion against oppressive norms? Or a selfish act that shattered innocent lives?